I'm Ashlyn.
And I'm Zach.
And this is Sierra, and we're traveling A to Z.
This week we're in Missoula, Montana.
We made it to Missoula, Montana, and we're gonna go show you some of the top things to do in the city and around the city. Caras Park is in downtown Missoula and is located along the Historic Fort River. On the river, there's Brennan's Way, which is a man-made rapid where kayakers and surfers like to practice. There's also a viewing platform here so you can watch the surfers and kayakers. The park connects the river trail system, attracting walkers, runners, and bikes. The riverfront trail stretches approximately 7 miles, providing paved, light pathway along the Historic Fort River through downtown and connecting local parks and attractions. In Caras Park, there's a large pavilion and band shell, which is used for concerts and public performances. This area is also used for major events such as Out to Lunch, Downtown Tonight, Garden City Brewfest, and much more. This park also has the Missoula Carousel, which has 38 hand-carved ponies, and Dragon Hollow, which is a large playground. When in downtown Missoula, you must stop at the Carousel for Missoula, which is a fully hand-carved carousel located in Caras Park. This carousel opened in 1995 and has 38 horses, 2 chariots, and surrounding artistic elements. It is all hand-carved, and it was made possible by hundreds of thousands of hours of volunteer work and donations. So it costs 1 token or $1 for 12 and under, and then 2 tokens for adults, so $2 to ride the carousel. Woohoo! Riding the ponies! We're going like almost 8 miles per hour, and the ride's about 4.5 minutes long. It's really cool. So the carousel's open all year round except for when they have their annual maintenance in January. This is a really fun carousel to ride, and you can pick your different ponies. They all have different names. Right next to the Carousel for Missoula, they have Dragon's Hollow, which is a really cool playground for kids, and it has a lot of different activities, slides, music areas, and just really cool. Let's go check it out. Dragon Hollow was built in 2001 by over 4,000 volunteers, including local artists and school children. The playground was then expanded in 2019 to enhance accessibility for all children and abilities. The play area has towering wooden castles with slides, tunnels, climbing structures, and whimsical carvings inspired by fairy tales. Downtown is the heart of Missoula. It is compact but dynamic with historic architecture, natural beauty, local culture, outdoor recreation, and active art scene. We are currently in downtown Missoula. It's a cute little downtown. They have lots of restaurants, bars, shops, a fun little area to check out. In the summer, they also have a farmer's market downtown by the railroad station and the X's, which we're gonna go check out next. At the end of Higgins in downtown, there's a public art sculpture with 4 X's. This piece was called The Crossing, and it represents Missoula's 4 historic river crossings at this location. Across from the sculpture at the north end of Higgins, you also see the vintage Northern Pacific Railway locomotive and caboose. It is part of the Northern Pacific Depot grounds, which includes the old Missoula train depot built in 1901. Behind me, you can see the big mountain with the M. That stands for the University of Montana. This M is actually a hike. It's called the M Trail, and you could hike from the university up to that M. The M is about 125 feet. It's supposed to be an awesome hike. You zigzag your way up, and then you have a gorgeous view of Missoula in the valley. Missoula is surrounded by 5 mountain ranges, and so you could just see all the mountain ranges all the way around and the valley when you're up at the top. We made it to the University of Montana, and we're gonna go hike the M Trail, which is Mount Sentinel. It's right on the university campus, so you do have to pay for parking. It was about $1 an hour. This is supposed to be a 1.6 mile round trip hike, and you gain right around 630 feet elevation. As you're hiking, you hike switchbacks all the way to the top. There's 13 switchbacks to the M. So this hike is all uphill on the way and then downhill on the way back. It's supposed to be one of the most popular hikes in Missoula, and it overlooks the whole Missoula Valley. You have a really good view of the campus as you hike up. This trail is open all year round. They do close it at certain times, like I guess if there's elk here and other things like that. It can get muddy and icy, but it is open during the winter. One thing that's nice is they have benches along the trail every few switchbacks. So if you want to take a break, you can, and then enjoy the view as you sit. I made it to the M. It's a beautiful hike. It's definitely an uphill kind of, not hard hike, but definitely moderate hike. They do have benches along the hike, which is really nice. When you get to the top, you have gorgeous views of the University of Montana and the Missoula Valley. So the M is made out of concrete, and it has like a kind of slick paint on top of it. I guess before it used to be like gravel. So they've definitely put a lot of work into this hike. It's a really cool hike. I could definitely see why it's one of the top hikes in Missoula. I definitely recommend checking it out if you're in the Missoula area. One thing you check out when you're in Missoula is the University of Montana. They're known for the Grizzlies. They're really big into football here. So if you're here during the fall, I recommend checking out a game. They have a pretty good football team. So this is the M that we just hiked. After hiking the M behind me, you can always come over here. They have the University Center that has drinks and a little grocery store. So you could check that out and have a drink. The University Center is pretty neat. It's pretty lush. They have lots of trees and sitting areas around. The University of Montana has a really pretty campus. It's like right on the mountains. So it was neat to go hike the M and then come down here and hang out. You can hang out outside. There's chairs all over the main circle and square where the grass is. There's also the University Center, which has different seats inside. So definitely kind of a nice little place to hang out and chill at. Another thing that Missoula is known for is fly fishing. They have 3 rivers that actually run through Missoula in the valley, and you could get a fishing pole and go fishing. You have to get a license, but that would be a lot of fun in the summer when it isn't so cold. We're now heading to the Missoula Butterfly House and Insectarium. This is open Tuesday through Sunday. As you walk in, they have lockers to put bags and coats in. This is Montana's first tropical butterfly house, and it is a warm, lush environment that's different than the local climate. It allows you to see exotic butterflies and tropical plants in a controlled environment that you normally would not be able to see. We are currently in the Missoula Butterfly House Insectarium. It is really neat. This opened in 2023, and you can come in here and see all the butterflies. There's around 250 to 300 butterflies in here at one time. They do a butterfly release almost every day, and so they will talk about the butterflies, what they are, and facts about them. It was a really cool experience. We are now gonna go check out some bugs. They have a bug area and a butterfly house. The butterfly house is really nice. One thing, definitely recommend a t-shirt. It's about 85 degrees here, so it gets pretty warm in the butterfly house. They do have lockers, so you could put your stuff in the lockers before you come into the actual greenhouse, but that would be a tip I'd recommend. So when you first walk in, they have this bug area, and they have different facts about the bugs. They have live bugs. They also have a bug petting area, which is a lot of fun. Sierra really enjoyed it, except she didn't really want to touch the bugs, but she really enjoyed looking at the bugs. Can you pet it?
You want to pet the millipede?
Yeah.
That's what the bees say. Good job. You see the ant farm? It's kind of hard to see them, huh? The Historic Fort Museum is located on 32 acres on the former fort grounds. It has over 20 historic buildings and structures that are preserved. Some are original to the fort, others are relocated there to preserve them. As you walk around the area, there is a forestry interpretive area that talks about the lumber industry in Montana. There's also historic outbuildings with homestead cabins, a Drummond depot, an old school, and much more. Behind me is the old Drummond depot where the train would stop. They used the Drummond depot as a main stop for cattle. So this is the Rocky Mountain Museum of Military History. Unfortunately, it's closed right now during the winter, but it'd be kind of neat to hear about the history of this area. So behind me are some of the old concentration camps that held the Japanese and Italians during World War II. We're now heading into the Historic Museum at Fort Missoula. It covers a broad theme of local history, such as fort history, Missoula County development, culture, internment in World War II, and much more. There are 4 main indoor gallery spaces: the Orientation Gallery, the Main Gallery, the North Gallery, and the Heath Gallery. The exhibits rotate, but some are long-term or permanent. What's up, Box? Oh, look at all those hats. Yeah, look at that hat. Fort Missoula was the nation's largest district civilian conservation corps. That's why they had the detention center here, and they had the prisoners here. This is a small traveling exhibit upstairs that talks about the biking around Missoula. Biking is a really big activity in the city of Missoula, and they have bike trails pretty much everywhere around the city. It's pretty neat to see. Our next stop is to the Montana Natural History Center. Currently in Montana's Natural History Museum, and this is a really fun section. It has the different areas of Montana broken up by elevation and the animals that are found in those elevations. It's not every animal in Montana, but there's a large amount of animals here. So you have the black bear, the grizzlies, some of the different birds, all the way to the buffalo and the Great Plains. 47% of Montana's land is above 1,900 feet and below 4,000 feet. Then we come to the area that is fossils, which you can see right behind me. A big T-Rex head. Sioux was originally found in Montana, about 700 miles from Missoula. The real one is in the Field Museum of Chicago.
It's the most complete Tyrannosaurus skeleton ever found. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
So this next section is pretty neat. It talks about Glacier, Montana, and how the whole city of Missoula was actually filled with water up to midpoint of the mountains. And then you could see the different levels. There's lines in the mountains that show the levels of the lake actually going down. It's pretty neat. And they tell about the history and the sediments and how the geologists discovered what the lines in the hills meant. This is a fun little kids discovery center that has books, sensory station, things to build, just a fun little area for the kids to explore. Our next stop to visit in Missoula, Montana is the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is a U.S.-based conservation organization founded in 1984 by the 4 elk hunters from northwest Montana. Its mission is to ensure the future of elk and other wildlife in their habitat and American hunting heritage. The international headquarters is located in Missoula, Montana. At the headquarters in Missoula, they have the Elk County Visitor Center. It features hands-on exhibits about elk and elk country, along with wildlife dioramas, displays of elk mounts, and conservation theater. This is a nice free museum to visit. It is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are at 10 Spoons Winery in Missoula. We're gonna go check it out. It's one of the only wineries around. Missoula's known for their breweries. Like, they have tons of breweries, microbreweries, all over the city. I'm not really a beer drinker, so we're gonna check out the winery and see how it is. On Fridays, they're supposed to have live music starting at 6 o'clock. I think we're gonna miss that, but hopefully the wine's good. 10 Spoons Winery's first wine production started around 2003. They grow French-American hybrid grapes, which are cold hardy and are certified organic fruit. They do not add any sulfites to their wine and use solar-powered irrigation for the vineyard.
4 of these small glasses, and that's a flight, and it equals just a little over a glass of wine. That's 14, or you could get it by the glass.
So we did 2 flights. Each flight comes with 4 wines. It's $14 for 4 tastings in the flight. We're gonna check out pretty much their whole collections. So we just finished our wine tasting at 10 Spoons. Very cute venue, super cute. I definitely recommend checking it out. Their wines were pretty good. I would say they're average. They're drinkable. I liked a couple of the reds a lot. I definitely would go for the environment. And if you're in Missoula, come and check it out. We're going to go visit the Boone and Crockett Club in Missoula, Montana. It's a gorgeous building. It was actually the old Milwaukee Depot, and you could still see the little train lights behind me, which is kind of neat. And they're supposed to have like a little museum inside there. So we're gonna go check it out. So the Boone and Crockett Club is actually the first organization that was formed in North America to conserve wildlife. They have a gallery open from 9 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And it's free entrance. This is a cute little museum, pretty small, but it is a nice little museum that tells the history of the railroad and also a little bit of the Boone and Crockett history. Plus you get to see a couple really big trophy animals in here, and a grizzly bear and a polar bear. Heading to the Missoula Public Library for story time. The Missoula Public Library has 4 levels and has a very large kids area. On the 2nd floor, they have the Mangatarium, the Art Box, the Tiny Town, and the Watershed Experience. This is a very fun interactive library that reminds me of like a discovery center that is free with a whole bunch of books available. Sierra really enjoyed it, and there is things for all different ages there. They also offer little story times and Lego club for kids. From the 4th floor of the library on the outside, there's a great view of downtown Missoula and the mountains. One thing you could do when you're in Missoula is check out the indoor water park. It's called Currents. They also have an outdoor water park called Splash, which is available in the summertime. Currents Water Park has a children's water playground for younger kids, 2 water slides, a leisure pool, and a resistant channel. There's also a fitness pool for lap swimming and water aerobics. This is a fun little stop if you're in Missoula. Currents Water Park has a couple little small things for little kids and a couple water slides. We're gonna go bowling for the first time ever. Westside Lanes and Fun Center has 36 lanes of bowling and a large arcade with video games.
There he goes! There he goes!
Good job! Yay! Yeah! Good job!
Good girl! Yeah!
Yay! This is Sierra's first time bowling ever. She's doing so good. Sierra barely beat me, but I still beat the 1-year-old, so I'm happy about it. Fun little arcade at the bowling alley. This is a fun little activity if you have kids and you're in Missoula. Big Dipper is the famous ice cream shop in Missoula, Montana. They have one downtown and now a new one kind of by the mall. The new one has indoor seating and it's super cool, so that's where we're going. But we're gonna go check out their homemade ice cream. Open. Oh. So they have normal flavors, which are really tasty, and then they have specialty flavors to try.
I got a hot fudge sundae.
I ended up with yellow cake and like a cookie dough, and it was so good. We're currently at the Blue Reef Fish Store. They have freshwater and saltwater fish and coral. It's a cute little fish store and lots of aquariums and things to look at. Oh my gosh. Sierra really enjoyed looking at all the fish, and the owner was really nice and explained different things about the fish to us. Whoa, what's in there? Do you see anything? You see the fishes? I hope you enjoyed exploring the top stops to see around Missoula, Montana. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures and to see our next video of top stops to see outside of Missoula.